Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Highly Talkative, where we get high in conversation and discuss many topics from personal to community to anything that's going on in the world. So sit back, get cozy, and let me talk to you. Let's go. Yo, yiggity yo, what is up, my good people, and welcome back. As always, I'm very appreciative that you guys have joined in with me. Today is Monday, July 27th, and girl, got some things I'm just trying to get up off my chest here a little bit. Nothing too crazy. This week flew by quick as hell. I couldn't tell what day was what and where I was going and what all I had planned, but I knew I was alive, kicking, moving, and grooving. Okay. Even with work, it just went by like super quick. There's some things I want to talk about. Of course, I'm gonna give you guys my list of topics, and we're just gonna go from there per usual. First topic is carpet versus hardwood flooring in bedrooms, and like kind of what I asked that question in regards to. Having a cup up session. We'll get there. Attitude check-in. I just want to, get a little check-in, see how everybody attitude's been doing, how attitudes around me been going, all the good stuff. And then coming to the mature conclusion that everyone just doesn't have the same mindset or thought process or upbringing as everybody else, which in return kind of helps me just understand that the world is very different. It's very different. It's very overpopulated. It has many people with many different dynamics and upbringings, which in return just has people thinking, moving, and grooving different ways. And I think this really just came about because I was watching Jersey Shore, and I'm just like, how do y'all put up with this? Like, why is this even your thought process? Why do you think this is okay? But also at the end of the day, like, the guys or the girls are feeding into the behavior. So I guess it's just a type of thing. And then, of course, for those who know, my ADHD sometimes just takes a toll, and we will see where it really just takes us. Okay, so the whole carpet versus hardwood floors in the bedroom thing, I asked that because I want to start renovating my home. I think I've touched bases on this like once before, but I kind of want to start renovating my home. Like I told you guys last episode, I've kind of had like this mature adult mindset that kind of kicked in, so I kind of know where I want to go in the future when it comes to my childhood home. I just need to really get the aesthetics there and really get it just all together, tie it all, and then really present it to where I think it should be presented to. But I've come to the conclusion that I do want to do like some accent walls. I kind of want to repaint some of the rooms, and I also want to do hardwood flooring in certain areas and carpets in the other. Now, that's kind of like the question at hand. Like, where do I do hardwood floors? Where do I do carpet? Do I do carpet at all? Does carpet depreciate the home? I think it all just depends on the area that you're really in. I know some people really prefer hardwood floors in the bedroom as opposed to carpet. A few, before the house was given to me, my mom did like a few renovations that suited her. Right now I'm just like living with them, but I for sure want to make those changes. There are a few bedrooms in my home right now that do have carpet, and then there's some bedrooms that have hardwood floors, and then my stairing is hardwood. I think I just need to really get that like cleaned off. Maybe just like a good steaming, honestly. I don't know. I'm also thinking about doing like a little carpet. What do you call it? Like a trail? I don't even know what you call it, but like the little carpet thing that you put on your stairs where it doesn't fully cover the stairs, but just part of it to protect it. But again, the question really is, do I want to do hardwood or do I want to do carpet in the bedrooms? Which one is going to give my home more value, and which one is also going to assist with the durability of the home? I know hardwood flooring can get pretty pricey just depending on like what type of floors I want, etc. I also kind of want to try and do things by myself. Like sometimes if I feel like it's very easy DIY type thing, I'm all down for doing it. And honestly, the only thing that stops me from doing anything like DIY, crafty, hands-on type things are my nails. I get my nails done. And these are my real nails, so I really try to protect them. But even with like laying carpet, I'd be totally fine with laying the carpet, pulling off the baseboards, lining everything the proper way, making sure everything looks good. I just, again, like I said, want to make sure I'm making the best money investment move for me for the future. But then also, like, if things ever come back down to it, coming back to my childhood home, I want to make sure that I am still liking what I did later on down the line. Like, I don't want this to just be a quick decision making thing because I want to get it out the way. I want to make sure, like, I'm really sitting down, thinking about the thought process. Even like, even with the wood flooring, if I did go wood flooring, I want to make sure like it's very neutral. Same thing as carpet. Like I want a very neutral color. I want something that is going to go with the color scheme of anything that anybody picks out. You have those people who do like the old school, like carpet looking type. I don't know how to explain it. I don't want that. I kind of want the carpet to have a little bit of depth to it. So like I really want it to be like a cushion type thing. And I don't know if that's the carpet itself or just the material that you lay between the carpet and the floor. So again, that's just everything that I need to take into consideration. And then I'm like, if I do hardwood floors, I'm still going to want to get a throw rug to put under my bed and to protect the hardwood flooring. So at the end of the day, like, is that really worth the investment? And not only that, like I remember there was like a movement at one point in time where people were really preferring hardwood floors over carpet, which became like a big thing for a while, which is why like I remember seeing a lot of homes with like hardwood floors all throughout the place, or like that marble flooring, like the cement type flooring throughout the entire place. But with me having a baby, a newborn, her learning how to walk and all those things, I just want to make sure like I'm taking into consideration like her growth process and what also works best for her. Because let's be real, later on down the line, it's just going to be me and her in the house for a little bit. So I kind of want to accommodate her the most out of everyone, but also want to make sure everybody is getting what they want. I do know that my oldest son did say he wouldn't mind having carpet floors. He just wants to get better carpet. He mentioned to me that he wants carpet like what my sister has. I really just need to get with my sister and see like what type of carpet she had installed if she remembers, or get a good picture of it. That way I can take it to Lowe's and kind of go based off of that. So it's just a lot of decisions that I have to make, and I guess this is all a part of growing up and becoming an adult. But I felt like my house was already a home to an extent, but I'm ready to make it more of a home, more of like our home. I think like more of our starter home, because this is what this really is. This is like our starter home. This is a really good foundation for us to have, and I'm very grateful for it. I just want to build it up and really make a profit off of it and still love it from afar and be able to come back to it if and when needed. Um, like even with my upstairs, there's like some renovating I want to do. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm ready to move my office somewhere else and then do like some different type of renovations upstairs to where I'm able to give my kids more space and they're not just confined to the room. Because I remember growing up, like the office that I'm in now used to be an upstairs living room and we had a downstairs living room, and it just made it easier for the adults. Like when my family were having get-togethers, it was just easier to have the adults downstairs in the living room and the kids were upstairs in the living room, and there was like a TV up there and all the things. So I think that's kind of what I want to get back to. But again, like I know it's a process. I'm hoping to have like everything that I envision done within like the next 2 years. If I can get it done sooner, then great. But I kind of, like I said in my last podcast, I know where I want to go. I just need to make the proper steps and take the proper steps to make sure that I get to where I envision myself being. And that's just kind of like the phase that I'm at in life right now. And it's literally just as simple as carpet or hardwood flooring that can assist with making the future brighter. And then not only that, y'all, door frames. I need to get so many more door frames, and that's the part that's gonna really kick my ass because who knew door frames were literally this expensive? Door frames are like anywhere between, if you ask me, $300 and like $900, and that is insane, blasphemy. And how does it even work? Like, how do you? I don't know. Hopefully, that's something like my dad can help me out with, and I won't have to buy like not buy, but I won't have to go find a contractor to help me with that. But I'm looking at my doors right now because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm recording this podcast right now in the comfort of my bedding, and if the comfort of my bedding is crazy, I'm recording this podcast in the comfort of my bed right now in my room. Getting my life together, and I looked at my door and I'm like, holy shit, yeah, the doors need to be replaced too. So it's a lot of cosmetic fixes, especially with the house being as old as it is. I think this house is like 34 years old. So it's about, that time for a good old renovation. And I think it's just going to assist with allowing me to see like what I can do. And, when I really put my mind to something and really want to accomplish something when it comes to my goals, how dedicated and hardworking and motivated I am when it comes to something like this. And remember what I said, like motivation and dedication or determination are like two different things. But this is something that like really motivates me to continue on to like push forward with my goals. But I want that dedication and like that determination to allow myself in the future to maintain what I have, but not to maintain what I have, but to allow it to grow further and through generations and more. So again, like I said, it's literally something as simple as carpet or hardwood that sends me down the spiral that I just took you guys down when it comes to me asking that question. But any contractors that are listening to this, or if you have family members who are contractors or in not retail, that are in realty and all the good things, like please let me know what is the best option right now for like housing or like renting out your home or reselling your home. Is it best to do like hardwood in your bedrooms or carpet in your bedrooms? Like your hallway walkways. Do you want to do carpet? Do you want to do tile? I want to retile my bathrooms, but I want to do it like on a budget, but I still want it to be, I guess you could say like budget friendly, but I still want it to look nice. Like I don't want to just get anything at any kind of price and then make it do what it do. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I'm really thinking about like the material that I'm using and how durable it's going to be and how long it's going to last before I'm really putting something down. I even got some tiling for my bathroom downstairs that I kind of want to do. I just never got around to it. So it's literally been sitting in my garage for about 3-4 years now. I kid you not. And I just need to get up off my ass and really just get it done. Okay. Now having a cup obsession. Let's talk about this. If you guys ever see me, if you guys ever been to my home, if you guys just know me, follow me, whatever, y'all know I have a cup obsession. Stanley, if you're hearing this, sponsor your girl. Simple Modern, if you're hearing this, I do no judging. I love all the good cups. That also goes down to what are those other cups that I like? I do Stanley, I do Simple Modern, and HydroJugs. Oh, I do love me a good HydroJug. They, for some reason, come, in my opinion, like the somewhat of like the best patterns. I think Stanley has like the really cute basic color schemes for me. Simple Modern is kind of like the in between, like cute colors with Stanley and then nice patterns with HydroJug. But HydroJugs are just like chef's kiss. I love them. I have one right next to me as we speak. I take my cups to bed with me every night. I drink water in between, or like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thirsty as hell. So I will literally chug my whole like 40-ounce Stanley or HydroJug or Simple Modern cup that I have next to me and be good for the rest of the night. But that's just me. I can't speak for anybody else. But also, like, I'm on this thing. Excuse me. I feel like I was just so close to the mic. But I'm also on this thing where I'm trying to drink more water. So I know for a fact that my HydroJug and my Stanleys each take two. I think they're 16 ounce or maybe 16 ounces. They both take two 16 ounce, or maybe they're a little bit more. of like the standard bottles of water. So I know if I drink at least 3 to 4 of my Stanley's or HydroJug cups, then I'm drinking at least 6 to 8 bottles of water a day, and that's literally the goal. Um, but I really love my cups, y'all. If you don't ever know what to get me ever, if like you're like Ashley's just doing such a great job, I want to send her a gift. You can do that with a Stanley, a HydroJug, a Simple Modern. I also love stationaries like paper clips, like anything office supplies wise, paper clips, sticky notes, pens, binders, spirals, notebooks, I'm a fucking whore for that shit. Okay, and I know, excuse the vulgar language within that one sentence, but I love all things stationery. But this cup obsession that I have is ridiculous. Like, I see people on Facebook how they have like their wall of tumblers, and that would literally be me if I created a wall of tumblers. And I should probably do that. What if I did that in my downstairs dining room that I low key want to turn into my office, and I make a wall of cups above my desk, and I can literally just pick and go. And then make like a little coffee station in the area too. Ooh, super cute. Look, I'm giving myself ideals on the air. Check me out. Don't steal my ideals, head ass. But I have a pantry full of cups, and I'm not ashamed to say it. There's a pantry full of cups that I have, and there's also a cabinet full of cups that I currently have. And yeah, I just love my cups. Anytime I go to like a store, I'm always going to the cup aisle trying to see like what new cups they have. It's even bad to the point where sometimes I double buy the same cup because I can't remember if I have that cup or not, and I remember liking the color or the pattern. And that's really sad to say, because you would think with the amount of cups that I have, I can remember, especially with the price that these cups are. Like I said, you would think that I would remember what I have, but sometimes just no. I get excited and I see a cup and I'm like, oh my God, this is super cute. And I buy it and I get home and I'm like, oh fuck. So what am I going to do? Have two of the same cups, or am I going to resell this? You never know. But I will also say Stanley has a really good, excuse me, a really good warranty policy. So if it like came to a Stanley, I would probably just give that shit away. I haven't had to use my warranty on my HydroJug or my Simple Modern yet, so I don't know what that warranty process is like. But like I said, I can tell you Stanley has a pretty good one. So like if I ever double buy, I'll either just take it back to the store, or I'll like give it to somebody as a gift, or try to resell it. But I if I see a cute cup, I gotta have it. I'm sorry. I have to have it. The cutest pattern, the cutest color. Like if it holds water really well, I'm a sucker for a really good cup. Okay, and like I said, Simple Modern, Stanley HydroJug. If you're hearing this, or anybody else is hearing this, and you guys want to give me an endorsement deal or whatever, holla at your girl. I wouldn't even be mad at it. Wouldn't be mad. And you can find me on Instagram at highly.talkative, or you can just email me at highlytalkative@gmail.com, and we can get this thing going for real. For reals, for realio. And that also, I feel very mature and proud of myself, because I do not subscribe to any of their like new droppings or their deals or promotions that they have, because I know if I did, I would be broke. Okay, I would go broke, because if I see it, I want it, I gotta get it. There's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're gonna figure something out, because baby, I need this. I need this right now. Okay, right now. That's we're just gonna leave that there about the hydro cup. We're just gonna leave it there about the cups in general. Okay, and if you're judging me, I don't care. Judge somebody else, you can judge me. I don't care. I love good cups. Some people love a good shot glass. Some people love a good lighter. Some people love a good pen. I love a good pen, lighter, and cup. How about that? Okay. How about that? I know that's right. So let's do an attitude check in. For me, I feel like my attitude has been pretty just lately. I'm very blessed. I've realized how blessed I am. I'm very thankful for where I've been, and thankful for where I'm going. I'm loving my mom of three body a little bit more every single day, but I'm also still working on it. My oldest attitude has gotten a little bit better. Like me and my brother-in-law was even talking about this, how I've noticed like his little shift. I think I've even talked to you guys about this, like how I've noticed his little shift in things, how he's been moving and doing stuff without me having to ask, and like his attitude all over, like as an overall has gotten better. So he's been getting rewarded in different kind of ways, and he can see it too. But I love that other people can see it as well. Like I said, my brother-in-law was telling me how he wanted to do something nice for him because he could see like how he's calmed down and he's really just like moving differently. And I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of myself too, because it's hard out here, but it takes a village, and I have a really good village as well as a really good head on my shoulder when it comes to raising my kids. I know it's hard because I'm a firm believer of all kids deserve both parents in their lives, regardless of what the parent situation is. That shouldn't take away from you being a father or a mother to your child. But I'm not naive to the fact that my kids do need their fathers. I'm not naive to the fact that there are not things as a woman that I can teach my son. But I do understand the type of man that I'm trying to raise and the things that I'm trying to instill in him. And it's not anything that is below any type of regular standard needs met. If anything, it's going to be to the point where what can your daughter bring to the table for my son, or what can your son bring to the table for my daughter, because they know hard work. They know the importance of getting something of your own. They know the importance of, when you actually get something on your own, what you have to do to keep it. They know the importance of not just looking for a free handout. Like, yes, it's good to have people to support you or help you through what you're going through, but don't look for a handout. Don't ever in life look for a handout, or don't ever in life think that you're entitled to something that belongs to somebody else. And just because you want it doesn't mean that you deserve it. So yeah. Then when it comes to my middle son, his attitude, we are still working on it. He's been hanging out with my sister for like the past week because she has my nieces. They came down to visit. They do this every summer. So like he's with her. So lately I haven't really not had to deal with it, but she hasn't said anything to me about it. But I've also like noticed when he does come home like for a little bit just to hang out or whatever, his attitude isn't super terrible, and I can tell like he misses me. So it's so cute to me. I love when my kids miss me. I love when my kids are hanging out and I don't bother them to an extent. Like I'll check in on them, but it's like once they check in, some days like they're good. They can go a couple days and everything is copacetic, and then sometimes they'll randomly like, can you come get me? And it's so random to the point where I'm like, yeah, for sure, but are you okay? Like, everything good? Nothing happened? And they're like, no, I just missed you. I want to come home. And I'm like, period. Here I come, because I was gonna come regardless, but I need to know what type of time I'm coming on. Like, am I coming in hot, or am I just coming because my baby misses me and he wants me to pick him up? And I love that. I sound so selfish when I say that, but I absolutely love when my kids miss me. I love when my kids are out and home is a thought process, because that just lets me know that I've created such a safe space for them to where, yeah, I'm having fun, but I want to go where I'm most comfortable. I want to go where I feel the most loved. I want to go, to my safe place. Even if that's just in my room, that's where I want to be. And I love that. Like they'll even ask, like, can my friend, can such come over when I come home? And I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. Just as long as y'all are quiet, because at the end of the day, I work from home and I have a lot of stuff that's going on. So I just want to make sure that I'm able to successfully do what I have to do on top of like y'all having fun and all the things. So all in all, I cannot complain. Everybody is doing well. Attitudes are flourishing. My little sassy pants over here is doing great. Um, yeah, I'm just very blessed and very thankful, to be completely honest with you. Complaining right now is just not in the cards. I'm very, very grateful, thankful, and blessed. All right, now let's talk about this topic. And I wonder how long I can be on this for, because I'm literally watching um, MTV's Jersey Shore, and I'm just like, this can't be real life. But don't get me wrong, I remember watching the show like when I was younger in high school and stuff, and I think I felt the same way about it then as I do now. But I'm really just like, how can you think that the way that you're acting is okay? Like, what makes you think that what you're doing right now is acceptable? And then I'm just like, you know what? Maybe she doesn't think that that's not okay. People aren't always raised with the same aspects or morals or just like general understanding of how life is like you were. Um, some people are really just oblivious to life, and that's not your fault. That's not their fault, or maybe it is. But at the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, you really just have to move for you. So, like I said, I'm watching Jersey Shore, and it was an episode where Angelina was just off the chain. Like, talking to people crazy, doing crazy shit. I think she even like hit Mike in the face in this episode, and she's thinking it's okay. She's thinking like there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just like, okay, if he were to have turned back around and slapped the shit out of you, you would have been all upset and all sad, and then it would have been a whole situation with that. But at the end of the day, like, what made you think that it was okay for you to just get up and go put your hands on him when he wasn't in your face? He was feet away from you. Like, there is a big gap between you and him. Y'all are exchanging words. So for you to really get up, walk past somebody to go slap this man in the face is crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. Mike on Jersey Shore, couldn't stand him. Like the first couple seasons, he was like, meh. The Italy season and anything after that, I'm really just like, you're a douche. I don't like you. What is going on? Who raised you? They can't be proud of you. Why are you acting like this? You're a B word. Oh my God. Right? But at the end of the day, like I said, that does not warrant you to put your hands on anybody unless they put their hands on you first, or it's like self-defense, or you really just like scared you were scared for your life. I'm gonna just put it like that. um so again, I'm literally thinking to myself, okay, what is wrong with this girl? Like, what makes her think that this is okay for her to act like this or do these things? And then I really think to myself in just that quick of a second, like, everybody's not raised like how you were raised, which is why they think stuff is like stuff like this is okay, and they're going to continue to think stuff like this is okay because nobody is ever correcting them. Because if they did, I don't think Angelina would still be the same person she showed herself to be, like even on family vacation and stuff. So I'm just like, what is really not what is really going on, but I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, it just brought to my realization how the world is really different. No matter where you come from, who you've been with, who you've been raised by, it's literally crazy to think that I can raise my daughter thinking or acting one way, and another parent can raise their daughter thinking or acting the complete opposite. And this is why, like, some people just don't click because they can't understand that, okay, like, this is just your thought process. But some people can't really just like stop and think like, okay, all of this is not okay. Um, Maybe I should take a step back and really reevaluate the way that I'm thinking, moving, or reacting, because clearly, if I'm thinking, moving, and reacting this way, and I'm always ending up with these results, then something is wrong. You have those people who really don't just see anything wrong with what they're doing, so they literally live their lives the same exact way all the time because they start to run into people who just won't put up with it. And then, of course, they don't learn anything from it because the person is not putting up with their behavior, or they're just going to find somebody who will put up with it. And then, like I said, at the end of the day, what are they really learning? Because this person, like the person that you're encountering, isn't like, I don't think you have to be rude about how somebody else is raised, but I do think you can set the record straight. Like, look, sweetheart, I really like you, and I think we're vibing really well. But the way that you're doing this or the way that you're doing that really isn't going to cut it for me. Like, I was raised this type of way. We need to come to like some type of mutual understanding or common ground on how we're going to proceed moving forward with what how I feel about this, and how I know how you act or how you are or how you think in regarding this matter. Like, is this a deal breaker, or is this something that we can work on? And it may be something you can work on in that time, which allows the other person to understand, like, okay, what I was doing really wasn't okay. So this is something that they can keep in their back pocket for the future. Or it comes to the point where, that common ground that y'all really came to really help with pushing y'all forward to where you're able to get married or, learn from one another. Um, but it's also, again, it just depends on the person for me. If that person wants to learn something new or wants to learn how their partner operates or whatever, that really also just depends on that other person. The world is crazy. Life is crazy. It's crazy how all of this really works. Like, even okay, so I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and shout out to the Breakfast Club, because if you guys listen to my podcast, you will see like I get a lot of my back ended conversations or questions from the Breakfast Club, because I just feel like they're always talking about something good. But there was an episode where they had some person on there named TK something, I think, and they were having a conversation like regarding raising your kids and like a girl being raised by her father and understanding like having your own and this, that, and the third. And I completely understood what Lauren LaRosa was asking, which was, um, you know, yes, you want to teach your daughter or your child to have like this certain type of mindset and understanding when it comes to life, but also when is it okay for them to understand like if I'm dealing with somebody, then it's not just me taking care of everything. Like, you need to be able to provide something too. And yes, it may come in the sense of asking like, okay, we've been together a year and a half now, we're staying in between each other's homes, this, that, and the third, some gas money or something like that. I don't know how to explain it. And it's like I said, I get what she was asking, but I also understood what TK was saying as well. But I think he put it more so in the aspect of like, and it could be B, because it could be B. It could be because I am a single mother and this is just how I took it. But then I also reflect on myself and I'm like, first of all, I'm not even that type of I'm not that type of female. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have like a friend where he's just like, if you need anything, ask me. And of course, if I need anything, I'm gonna ask, especially if my baby's asleep or if I can't make a move, I'm going to lean on him because that's just what he said. Of course, I can still handle my own, but if I can get some help in what I need, because right now I can't, then I'm gonna ask. But when it comes to like my bills, I'm not asking nobody to pay my bills. I can pay my own bills. And again, which is why I understood what TK was saying and Charlemagne. Like, if I'm handling this on my own and I know what I'm capable of as a single woman raising three kids on my own, like doing this all on my own, you better believe like I'm not finding anybody who can't put out what I'm putting out or more. If you got less, and it doesn't even have to be that the fact that you have less, but if you have less and I don't see you trying to gain more or get on the level that I'm at or surpass my level, like, you can kick rocks. Like, I'm doing way too much to have anybody's grown ass child pulling me down. And I also teach my kids the same thing. Like, if you can't match the energy that you're looking for, don't go looking for it. Or if you're not even trying to put forth the energy or whatever that you're looking for in anybody else, don't expect that same thing in return. Like, you need to work hard, you need to grind, you need to be able to pay your own bills before you think that you can go out in this world and find a significant other, because at the end of the day, you're nobody else's extra bill. Okay? You're nobody extra's bill, just like I wouldn't want you, like, just like I wouldn't want nobody else to be your extra bill. It shouldn't be I get into this relationship and instead of coming out on top, I'm actually fighting for my life. It should be I got into this relationship, she has a good head on her shoulders, I have a good head on my shoulders, and in return, like, we're really growing, thriving, flourishing, and making boss moves together. Um, and that's just something I want to teach my kids. And that's also just because I've been through that experience as well, where I've dealt with a grown ass man who couldn't even put up half of what I had. But for some reason, I still stuck it through. And I think it's because, like, this is going to be a topic for another discussion, but I think it's because women, or some women, really see like a potential in a man, and they fight to see, like, continue to see that potential, and that potential, come out on top, not for you, but like, you help bring out that potential in a man, and or even in a woman. It's not just in a man, but you help bring out the potential in your significant other that they didn't realize that they had. And then y'all flourish from there. right? My situation was I I think I was too much of a woman. I don't even know. You know what? Honestly, that don't even matter because been there, done that. That's the past. But the moral of my story when it comes to this is I want my kids to know, my two sons and my daughter to know that have your own first. Be able to pay your own bills, be able to take care of your own self because don't ever let no woman or no man think that you need them. In reality, I don't need you. I want you. I want companionship. I want to be with somebody who loves me. I want to, have all those things. I don't need that. So just because you want to up and leave, you can up and leave because at the end of the day, I was paying these bills. I was making sure I was good. I had my own gas money. I had all of this on my own before you came about. So if you think that leaving is going to change anything, you can think again. And that's just where I stand with that. And honestly, I think that's just where I'm going to cut it because my baby girl is up. She's getting, a little rowdy and I just want to go take care of her. Um, as always, on this fine Monday, you guys enjoy your week. Don't let anybody piss in your Cheerios. Just know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You guys make sure you follow me on all major streaming platforms. That's Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube. You also can go to rss.com and search Highly Talkative Podcast. Follow, like, subscribe from any of those platforms. I'm also on Instagram at highly.talkative. Please run my followers up, y'all. I'm really trying to get to a bag here, and I really need you guys. For all my listeners, it literally takes nothing. I watch my analytics on RSS as if it's like my Facebook's Talk Market page. It takes nothing for you guys to like, follow, subscribe. Go to my Instagram, highly.talkative. Follow me on there. Help me get to where I want to go. And you never know, in return, I might be that platform that's able to help you out too. Like, hey, girl, I've been listening to you for X amount of years or months or whatever. And, I have this idea and I just want to see if I can get on your platform. I'm all for supporting those who support me. I also have two other businesses. Okay. I have Keep It Stashy, where it's all things that has to deal with the background of your business. You run your forefront, I run your background. I keep things organized. I help you with your social media, your branding, logos, all the things. And then I also have Sassy Ash Dash. Let me run that back. You can follow me for Keep It Stashy. Follow me on Instagram at Keep It Stashy. You can also follow me on Facebook at Keep It Stashy. And then if you have any inquiries or questions or anything regarding like my business matter or what I do with that, you can email me at documents@keepitstashy.com. Okay. And then lastly, I have Sassy Ass Stash, which is all things customs, t-shirts, hats, tumblers, pants, you name it. I got you. I can even make business cards. You can follow me on Instagram at Sassy Ash Dash, as well as Facebook at Sassy Ash Dash. And then you can email me at sassyashdash@gmail.com if you have any questions, inquiries, or, big parties that you want to get some t-shirts done for. I do vinyl, I do sublimations. I don't do DTF, and that's DTF is direct to film. Okay. That's not down to fuck for those who are curious, but I don't do DTF in home, but I can order certain DTFs and put them on a shirt for you guys. So again, I have three businesses that I would absolutely love and adore you guys to assist with, supporting and promoting. Keep It Stashy, Highly Talkative Podcast, and Sassy Ash Dash. Those are my babies. As always, keep it groovy, okay? Y'all have a very great week. Be successful. Do something different. Try something new. And as always, I appreciate the support, the love, and I will talk to you guys next week. I holla.